guys, so welcome back. Yogi Doug Johnson back with another talk for you, and this one is about two different kinds of peace, what we want to call two different kinds of peace. And before I get into that, once again, if you get something from this, please give me a thumbs up or a like. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel, my YouTube channel, join my Patreon page, check out my Instagram, join the Mahapatha Yoga group on Facebook. And if you have any questions or you just want to say hi, I'd love to hear from you, and leave that in the comments below. So two kinds of peace. What are the two kinds of peace? One I'm going to call ego peace, which is temporary and situational. And the other is what in the Bible is described as the peace that passeth all understanding. So ego peace, we all know. If I can arrange things in my life just so, then I feel a sense of peace. So if I go to a cave and I lay down, I might feel a sense of peace there. If I have no children in my house and I live in a very quiet neighborhood, I might feel peace. If I have a lot of money in the bank, then I might feel a sense of peace. These are all ego peace, and it comes from situations that we find ourselves in. And again, all of the things I just described are things that change. They're temporary. Even if we have them through our whole life, that's just, you could say, luck. Maybe skill, but really at the end of the day, it's luck. Some people who are very skillful live in a time of war. Everything that they have gets taken from them. There are just circumstances in life that we really are beyond our control, as much as we may want to believe we have control. So ego peace is very fragile. It's temporary. It's conditional. And all spirituality is about that which is ultimately unconditional. It's not conditioned. It's also not temporal. It's not temporary. It is transcendent. It's eternal. So what does that mean for us in terms of peace? Well, the peace that we're looking for is a peace that is with us always. And again, I really like this passage, or this passage from the Bible, the peace that passeth all understanding. This is a peace that you can't understand. It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. So most of us might think that if someone we love passes away, that means we can't have peace, or we lose our peace. This isn't so. Not with the peace that passeth all understanding. We might think that if we lose our job or we lose our money, that we no longer have peace. Again, this is ego peace that we lose, not the peace of the divine or spirit or God. I really don't care what term you use to describe it. This is a spiritual peace. This is a peace that does not come and go. And this peace comes from within us. So all real spiritual practice is designed to take us inward so that we can experience the peace and the love that is within us. We have a deep sense of peace, and then love comes from that and moves us into the world, and is very creative and wants to move outward to love. And so that comes from that sense of peace. So sometimes it is helpful on a spiritual path to have some ego peace, to create a situation where we can feel more peaceful and calm, and then that allows us to connect with this deeper peace. So this is why most spiritual traditions, if you look at them, there is quite a bit of emphasis on peace and quiet. Churches tend to be very quiet places unless people are in it and singing, praising, singing worship, things of that nature. Many traditions have this relationship with peace and quiet. If you go to a Zen monastery or a Zendo, it's a place very often where, again, you're going to find a lot of peace. So, yes, it can be helpful temporarily to create an environment and situations where we can experience a sense of ego peace, what I'm calling ego peace. But ultimately, we need to connect with that deeper, that needs to put us in touch with this deeper sense of peace. And once we first do that, like say on a retreat, I've had many people come on retreat with me, and they will experience this deep sense of peace and love after the retreat. Then they go home and they feel like they lost that peace. And what I encourage them to do is to realize that that peace cannot be lost. That what they experienced on retreat is something fundamental to who they are. And they need to just begin to see the ways in which that peace is obscured by their own thoughts and their own feelings. And that is the work of, you could say, spirituality and spiritual growth, is beginning to see the many ways in which our ego obscures the fact that there's this deep peace and love that is always with us. So anyway, guys, I hope that that was very helpful for you. Again, we have two kinds of peace, and when I talk about peace, I'm talking about the peace that passeth all understanding, this spiritual peace, not the temporary peace that we get by changing our situation. And if you don't understand this, you're very likely to live your whole life trying to run away from stressful situations or difficult situations, and that isn't really what we're trying to learn here. That isn't really the kind of peace that we're trying to cultivate on a path like the one that I teach you. So I hope you got something from that. Again, if you did, please give me a like, thumbs up, a heart. If you have a question, leave it in the comment below. I'd just say hi in the comments below too. That does help out as well. Again, if you want to be notified, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and if you want to help out financially, check out the links below. You can make one-time donations, or you can join Patreon page and get some extra content and help me out on a regular basis. I love you all. Thank you so much, and namaste.